Leonardo DiCaprio has recently made headlines for his romantic involvement with younger partners. Reports suggest that he is currently focused on dating individuals who are younger than him, rather than pursuing relationships with women of his own age or older.
But I also find it slightly cringy, DiCaprio, that the women are always very young. It's like, well, really, mate?
This news has contributed to the development of a somewhat unsettling perception of Leonardo DiCaprio, as it appears that he consistently chooses to date individuals significantly younger than himself, even in cases where the age difference is quite substantial.
I find DiCaprio creepy, actually.
Going
out with people, easily young enough to be his daughter, or in some cases, probably his granddaughter.
Nonetheless, there seems to be another side to this story, one that might reveal a deeper truth. Reportedly, Baz Luhrmann has stepped forward to shed light on a somber reality behind the unsettling image associated with Leonardo DiCaprio's dating choices. Baz Luhrmann and Leonardo DiCaprio share a close friendship that has spanned over 24 years. Their working relationship solidified during the early stages of Romeo plus Juliet, when DiCaprio surprised the director by showing up unannounced at his home in Australia for an impromptu audition. Luhrmann recalled during an interview, "He came down to Australia for nothing, and he brought all these friends, and we made a whole video of the show with other actors. I won't say who, it will never be seen. I realized that I couldn't make it without him." Luhrmann has consistently showered praise on DiCaprio for his exceptional work, emphasizing that he has rarely encountered someone as thoughtful and generous as him. Furthermore, he has allegedly refuted the dating rumors surrounding Leonardo, asserting a different perspective on the matter.
Well, Leonardo, when I first worked with him, he was a very gifted young man.
Romeo and Juliet, really nice thing.
Time has gone on.
Leonardo DiCaprio is undeniably one of the most prominent actors in Hollywood, known for his talent and success. But while he has achieved great recognition and is among the highest paid actors globally, his personal life has also attracted attention. It's been noted that he tends to date women who are considerably younger than him, with some finding this pattern intriguing given his age, which is nearly 50. Initially, some perceived it as a strange coincidence, but over the past few years, this consistent age gap in his relationships has started to appear as a noticeable trend.
Leonardo DiCaprio, what can I even say about him? He's done so much to fight climate change and leave behind a cleaner, greener planet for his girlfriends.
To highlight the unusual nature of Leonardo DiCaprio's dating preferences, someone created a chart mapping out his past girlfriends. This visual representation has made it easier for people to grasp the pattern. Moreover, the breakup with Camila Morrone, a model just 2 months after she turned 25, added to the speculation about why DiCaprio consistently chooses partners around this age. Furthermore, their relationship drew significant public criticism due to the circumstances surrounding how they initially met.
I just read some of the comments on my Instagram, and my God, people are so mean.
Indeed, the connection between Leonardo and Camila has raised eyebrows for some due to the close friendship between DiCaprio and Camila's stepfather, Al Pacino. As a friend of the Pacino family, DiCaprio has been in close proximity to Camila since she was just 12 years old, which has led to questions and criticism from some quarters. Some people find it unconventional and, in some cases, even potentially problematic that a romantic relationship would develop under these circumstances. I mean, he basically watched her grow up. Responding to this, one person wrote, "I feel sad for him. He seems to objectify women, and he also seems deeply emotionally stunted, only capable of meeting his own needs. I have no hope for his family life." Many people have wondered why Leonardo DiCaprio is often associated with dating younger women and perceived as a predator. Interestingly, some sources suggest that the reason behind his preference for younger partners might stem from his own past experiences, where he was reportedly targeted by older individuals when he was younger.
There were times when you'd rather just stay at home than go out because it was just safer to stay at home.
Yeah, I had a ring on my street.
While it is true that Leonardo began his career as a child actor and ventured into commercials at a tender age, it's important to acknowledge the challenges that young performers often face in Hollywood. The entertainment industry can be particularly daunting for aspiring talents, especially those like Leonardo who didn't have a privileged background and were determined to achieve success in Hollywood.
Drug addicts in my alleyway. There was, I got sort of robbed at 5 years old or something like that.
5 years old?
Yeah.
While there has been no official confirmation, there has been speculation that Leonardo DiCaprio might have been one of Brian Peck's victims. Leonardo and Brian collaborated a few times when Leonardo was younger. As many are aware, Brian Peck was exposed and convicted of assaulting a young actor he was coaching at his home. At that time, this issue had not surfaced, and the actor's identity was never revealed, with most sources referring to him as John Doe, following standard practice in such cases. However, Gabe Hoffman, executive producer of an explosive documentary, once said, "There's an iceberg of child abuse in Hollywood, and you're starting to see it come to the surface." And here we are watching it. While there's been no official confirmation that Leonardo DiCaprio was the young actor who experienced assault by Brian Peck, or if he was indeed a victim, this belief appears to be prevalent among fans. Some speculate that this may explain why he tends to avoid dating older women. Some suggest that he may have a fixation due to the traumatic experience, making it challenging for him to date significantly older individuals. One person tweeted, "Leonardo DiCaprio isn't dating younger girls, he's dating older girls. He was in Hollywood probs by convicted PDF file Brian Peck, and this likely froze his brain in time age 13. So by banging 19-year-olds, Leo is technically in his cougar phase." Another one also tweeted, "Leonardo DiCaprio was by Hollywood weirdos. The fact he doesn't talk about it is what maintains his King of Hollywood status. It's also what prevents him from being able to have a long-term relationship and a family. Oops." As Brian Peck casually navigates through Hollywood, it might appear that he's living without a worry in the world. A frequent attendee at horror conventions, Peck has built a long-lasting career in the entertainment industry and boasts a friendship with Charlie Sheen. However, beneath this veneer lies a troubling truth. Peck is a convicted actor. He used his position in the movie industry to child stars, and shockingly, he has not faced a ban that would prevent him from working with children.
I know we can show them our little drawings.
Show us the little drawings.
Oh, the little drawings. We draw drawings of each other. Brian is the famous artist, and we always make fun of each other.
There is also a documentary titled An Open Secret, often referred to as the movie Hollywood doesn't want you to see. This documentary delves into the experiences of 5 individuals who claim they were as young boys while pursuing careers in the film industry. What's particularly troubling is that, despite being convicted, the perpetrator is only restricted from having direct contact with children, but is not barred from participating in productions involving child actors. Some people believe that Leonardo also experienced the same thing.
I grew up in this industry. I know this town. So many of my friends are actors. I know how hard it is to get work.
While some people believe that Leonardo's unusual dating patterns may be linked to a disturbing history, it's worth noting that Hollywood has garnered a reputation as a potentially unsafe place for child actors to work. Numerous stories and accounts, including those of former child actor Corey Feldman, highlight the challenges and risks faced by young performers in the entertainment industry.
We don't want this truth out there because that's going to open up a lot of cans of worms, and then all of a sudden the mystery, the glitz and the glamour goes away. Well, screw that.
Corey Feldman's revelations about his experiences in Hollywood have often been overlooked, but it seems to warrant more attention. Starting his career as a child actor and achieving fame through his role in the 1985 film The Goonies, Corey encountered not only the typical challenges of the industry, but also had to confront inappropriate behavior, sometimes even from people within his industry.
And by Goonies, I started to lose a little bit of it, and then by Stand By Me is where I came into my...
Were you already doing coke on Stand By Me?
No, hell no.
During the 1980s, there was significantly less awareness and knowledge among actors, particularly young ones, about how to safeguard themselves from potential abuse and exploitation in Hollywood. Feldman's experiences during that period served as a cautionary tale for future generations of actors venturing into the industry.
You know, when you get to those ages, all of a sudden they start treating you more like you're an adult, right? And the work code still applies.
In 2013, Corey Feldman displayed great courage by publishing a memoir in which he provided detailed accounts of the mistreatment he and his co-star Corey Haim endured at the hands of influential individuals in Hollywood. Shockingly, Feldman revealed that these abuses took place when they were just 11 to 13 years old, shedding a disturbing light on the exploitation and vulnerability of young actors in the industry.
I was like, oh, okay, well, she makes it sound so easy and harmless, I might as well. If my mom's doing it, how bad could it be, you know?
So it's possible that Leonardo DiCaprio, like Feldman, experienced trauma at a young age or even later in life. We all know that recovery from trauma is a complex and gradual process, and it can influence various aspects of a person's life, including their dating preferences. Some speculate that Leonardo's experiences with trauma may have contributed to his choice to date individuals under the age of 25.
Like when I see Leonardo DiCaprio going on a 19-year-old, like, bro, what do you talk about?
Yeah, what do you talk about?
However, now it seems like he has somehow recovered from his supposedly past traumas. An anonymous source close to DiCaprio reportedly told the Daily Mail that he's currently single, looking for something more mature, and wants to ditch his current image. The source said, "He is looking for something more mature in the relationship department. It is just ridiculous because he cannot go anywhere without being linked to the youngest beautiful woman there. He wants to ditch this image once and for all, and he is really bothered that this continues to follow him." That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.